Hi, this is April with Holistic Horseworks, and we're making this video for all you people that are wondering if you can host a clinic and what we need. So this is just someone's house and barn, typical neighborhood, horse trailer, hay. This is Marie Gravely's place. Her barn entrance is through the garage. We don't need a fancy barn and fancy arena. We just need a flat area that we can safely tie the horses out of wind and sun. So here's her little entryway. So she has an arena, but we don't use the arena. We just want a flat area to safely tie the horses. Here's her little flat area. Normally we soft tie the horses and we put up little pieces of baling twine to do all this. Okay, she only has a couple stalls. A bunch of horses were hauled in. All we needed was this little flat shaded area. This is Marie, who just hosted, and on her left is Nicole, her trainer, and she's the one who found my YouTube videos and told Marie that she should watch this and start this program. Marie, do you want to say what you got out of this as a host?
Well, as a host, my two horses were able to receive sessions from the participants for free. It's about a $100 value for each horse. And also just really having the ability to learn. I was watching the videos online and kind of playing around with it a little bit, but was never quite sure that I had it just right. I was seeing some results, but I was sure there was more to it than that. So that's why I was really looking at having April come here and really getting firsthand knowledge of how to put everything together.
And what did you notice on the horses in the clinic day 1, 2, and 3?
They started out, some of these horses hadn't been with each other before, so you have the typical, they're kind of nervous and that type of thing. But as we started working on them, they felt much more relaxed. They looked much better. They're getting along very well together. But one of the biggest things I noticed was the colors on the horse. By the day 3, my one horse is black, and he is just so shiny. We haven't washed him. We haven't used any kind of special conditioners. He's just shiny, which that really totally amazed me that it just affected the color, let alone his attitude, the muscle structure. He has much more better top line. It's just amazing how the change was in 3 days.
And how hard were the moves to actually do? Is it really technical?
No, it's not. In fact, I made it more difficult than I thought it was, and that's probably why I wasn't getting the best results on my own. Very light touch. You're not doing a bunch of heavy lifting and pushing and that kind of thing. It's just basically touching, and it's very calming for me. As you can tell, I'm a type A personality. So just calming, and I could just relax. As a host, yes, there was a little stress making sure everything was flowing properly, but working on the horses gave me that opportunity to just calm down and relax for the day.
Did you notice a difference in posture versus conformation and what their bodies look like?
Oh, yes, definitely. The posture of the horse was just amazing. Their heads are down much more, especially my one horse. She was up all the time. Her eyes were always kind of bugged out. And now today I walked her around the arena. She's got her head down in a more normal position. She's relaxed. She's actually coming up to me. She's a rescue that I'm fostering, and she really was staying away from people. But I was surprised. Today's the first day since the end of May that she's actually walked up to me.
And what would you suggest for people hosting that helped you stay in the class and be present and not have to worry about details?
Have a lot of great staff. And my staff were my friends. They brought in, a lot of them brought in their horses, so they helped work the activity, and their payment was that they got to have their horses worked on. That way, I didn't have to be in the barn at all. I came out with the class and worked with the horses. They took care of everything on that side of it. I also pre-planned, I'm a planner, pre-planned getting the groups of horses. You'll see on the information from April that you have to have 4 different groups of horses. So I went ahead at pre-time and worked those out and made lists of which horses were in which group. But be flexible enough that things do change, and during the clinic we bumped horses in and out of those different groups. But at least there was some type of a structure so that my volunteers were able to do that without me constantly being there. Well, you got to get this horse, go get that horse.
And you fed them lunch.
And
and they got free Bodywork.
Yes, their horses got Bodywork. I provided lunch. We had a local caterer. She brought stuff in. It was just a light lunch. We just did chicken wraps one day. We had a salad one day, and we did meat and vegetable tray. So it's not some big elaborate. Everybody had to bring their own beverages if they didn't want water.
But they got to at least learn and see the changes in their horse. So now they're more interested in doing what you tell them to do with the follow-up care.
One of the ladies that came and picked up her horses today, she's already set up with me for me to come out to her barn and talk to her in more detail and start showing her some things she can do on a daily basis in order for maintenance work to keep this but the structure that these horses are in already, that they can maintain this on their own.
Higher backs, rounder butts.
Oh, yeah.
Heads dropped, relaxed.
Yes, better attitude.
Awesome. And this is her trainer. And what would you like to say that you noticed?
I noticed, well, myself, just being around the aura of the whole entire clinic, I was taken aback a couple times as far as the emotional releases that I even felt. So that's one note. But the horses, when they come in here, after they knew they were coming in here for a session, they just completely were just ready for it. And they were calm, and their eyes were just, their whole demeanors changed once they knew it was their turn to come in and get their bodies worked on. And I think overall it just makes the horses feel more comfortable in their own skin. I mean, mentally and physically.
Did you see anything difference with the horse's back and their hind end as far as engagement or being able to lift their ribs?
Well, my horse in particular, I've noticed her front and her feet were really close together. Her legs were very close together and scrunched in, kind of. But now she's more equal in the front as she is in the back as well. So she had some tightness that we worked out, and she seems to just be moving freer and able to. I played with her a little bit in the arena this morning, and she was able to pick up the canter better and maintain it for longer as well. And that's a big thing for her. She can pick up the canter, but she didn't like to hold it. So today was much easier for her to hold it, I noticed. So, and a lot of the horses' backs, they had big dips behind the shoulders and raised spines in the back, and the spines just seemed to be absorbed back into the horses' bodies where they're supposed to be, not sticking up straight out of their backs. So all the top line just was like awakened. It seemed like it was energized, and so they just all seemed like they came to life a little bit, and their eyes were brighter. And they all just seemed happier.
Wait till you get on and ride them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for.
One of the ladies that brought her horses in, she had a very large giraffe mixed horse, and she told me, she said, I have put him on all kinds of supplements, changed feeds, tried all different types of
to get a top line on them.
To get the top line on them. And she said, I see a top line here in just one session. She said, I can't believe it.
Yeah, he looked like a very sunken thoroughbred with almost like a totally dipped back, and now he actually has a top line and can move.
Yeah.
So this is why you want to host a clinic. And as you can see, you do not need a fancy barn. I mean, this is a beautiful barn, but we just need a little shaded area to stand. The classroom is usually in the living room or a stall, so please reach out to us. We have students from age 14 to age 78, okay? It's never too late. Thank you.